Look who's back, Tottenham faithful, and I've come straight to bring you the news that everyone has been waiting for. Champions League knocking on the door, PSG on the other side waiting for us in Paris, and you can write this down, this clash has a special flavour. Why? Because back in August they ripped a trophy from our hands in a way that nobody has forgotten. 2-0 up turning into defeat on penalties? Can't have that, can we? Well, know that our manager is already plotting the perfect lineup to make the Parc des Princes tremble. Stick with me and I'll show you everything about this battle that could define our European campaign. Retry. Let me take you back to August. UEFA Super Cup. Tottenham 2-0 up against Paris Saint-Germain. We were cruising. The trophy was practically in our hands. Then, in the dying moments, PSG turned it completely upside down, came back from 2 goals down, and won it on penalties. Heartbreaking. Absolutely gutting for every Spurs supporter watching that night. Well, Wednesday night in Paris is our chance to settle that score. Thomas Frank knows it, the players know it, and after that bruising 4-0 defeat to Arsenal at the weekend, believe me, this team needs a response and they need it now. So let's break down what Frank is planning. Here's my predicted 11 for this massive European night. In goal, Guglielmo Vicario returns. Tough afternoon against Arsenal for goals conceded, but the Italian shot stopper will be determined to bounce back on the big stage. At right back, Pedro Porro comes back into the starting lineup. He was rested for Jed Spence against the Gunners, but Frank will want his first choice fullback for this one. Porro got the quality going forward that we'll need in Paris. The centre-back partnership Christian Romero alongside Mickey van de Ven now. Romero had a nightmare against Arsenal. No sugarcoating it, but he'll feature here before serving his suspension in the league at the weekend. Van de Ven partners him as Frank ditches the back 3 and returns to a more traditional back 4. Left back, Destiny Udigi. The young Italian actually did well keeping soccer quiet for large parts of the Arsenal game. He's got that attacking threat down the left flank, and with Frank expected to be more aggressive in his approach, Udigi should absolutely start. In the double pivot, we've got João Palhinha, one of the few bright spots against Arsenal, especially in the second half when he showed real fight and intensity. He anchors that midfield. Alongside him, I'm expecting Pape Matar to come in. Rodrigo Bentancur struggled badly against Arsenal, couldn't handle the pressure from Eze and Marino, so Frank might freshen things up, and Sarr brings that energy and dynamism we need. The number 10 role goes to Xavi Simons. He missed out last time as Frank went with the 3-4-3, but against his former club, this is the perfect stage for the Dutchman. He'll be buzzing to prove a point in Paris. Out on the right wing, Mohamed Kudus continues. He's been one of our most consistent attacking threats this season, a genuine bright spark, and Frank will be counting on him to deliver again. Up front, Randall Kolo Muani leads the line. He got some minutes recently after speculation about a lengthy injury layoff. Now he's back, wearing that protective gear, and he'll be desperate to make an impact as the focal point of our attack. And on the left wing, Wilson Odobert gets the nod. He was kept incredibly quiet against Arsenal, barely touched the ball, but this is a fresh opportunity on a massive European night to show what he can really do. Here's what I'm seeing tactically. Frank is going back to a 4-2-3-1. More attacking intent, more width, more creativity through the middle with Simons pulling the strings. After that Arsenal humiliation, he needs a reaction from this squad, and the best way to get it is by being brave, being aggressive, and going for the win in Paris. Now, let me give you my honest assessment as both an analyst and a passionate Spurs supporter. This match absolutely terrifies me and excites me in equal measure. On one hand, we've got the quality to hurt PSG. Kudus has been electric, Simons can unlock any defense on his day, and Kolo Muani will be fired up against his compatriots. But on the other hand, that Arsenal performance exposed some serious defensive frailties that PSG will absolutely look to exploit. The Parisians have world-class attackers who can punish mistakes in an instant, and we all know Romero and our backline have been shaky lately. What worries me most is our mentality right now. After getting battered 4-0 by Arsenal, there's a real risk the confidence is shot. We've seen Tottenham crumble in these moments before big European nights where the pressure is on and we just don't show up. Frank needs to get inside the heads of these players and make them believe again. This isn't just about tactics or team selection, it's about character, bottle, and showing the world that Spurs can stand up and fight when it matters most. If we go into the Parc des Princes with even a hint of fear or doubt, PSG will smell blood and absolutely destroy us. But here's why I still have hope. When Tottenham play with freedom, when we attack with pace and purpose, we're genuinely unplayable. Look at some of our performances earlier in the season. We tore teams apart. Kudus running at defenders, Simons threading those killer passes, the fullbacks bombing forward. When it clicks, we're brilliant. The key is whether Frank can get that version of Spurs to show up in Paris. If we sit deep and play scared, we're done. But if we take the game to them, press high, and play our natural attacking game, I genuinely believe we can get a result. PSG might be favourites, but they've shown vulnerabilities this season, and we've got the weapons to hurt them. The Paulinho factor could be absolutely crucial here. If there's one player who can set the tone and give us the platform to attack, it's him. His performance in the second half against Arsenal showed what he's capable of when he's fully switched on, winning tackles, breaking up play, driving forward with purpose. We need that version of Paulinho for the full 90 minutes in Paris. If he can control the midfield battle and shield that shaky defense, it gives Simons, Kudus, and our attackers the freedom to do what they do best. This is the kind of big European night where a dominant midfield performance can be the difference between glory and heartbreak. Come on, Joao, this is your moment to show everyone why we brought you to this club. This match is crucial for Tottenham's Champions League hopes. A win puts us right back in the mix for qualification. A loss? Well, it makes things very difficult. The pressure is on, but so is the opportunity for redemption. So here's my question to you, Spurs family. Can Thomas Frank's men get revenge in Paris and bounce back from that Arsenal disaster? Or will PSG prove too strong at the Parc des Princes? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. And listen, if you want to stay ahead of every breaking Tottenham story, every transfer update, every team news development before anyone else, subscribe to the channel right now. Smash that like button and turn on your notifications. We're bringing you the fastest, most reliable, and most exclusive Spurs content anywhere. Don't miss a single update. Come on, you Spurs. Let's make Paris remember this night.